loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the May reset video. So just like our last reset video, I'm going to go through my brand new habits for the month ahead and a few things I'm doing to reset and refresh my motivation for the month ahead. So basically I do a whole heap of things every single month, either at the start of a brand new month or at the end of an old month to really re-motivate myself and get super inspired and prepped for a fresh new month ahead. If you know me by now, you will know that I am the healthy habits girly, and I wholeheartedly believe that once we focus on our healthy habits and our routines, everything else kind of flows in alignment with what it is we're working towards. So I want to go through my new healthy habits for May. Yellow is health and fitness, blue is like personal growth or lifestyle, and then red is business for this month. Can you tell what my focus is for May? Health and fitness. Because if you've been watching my YouTube channel, following me on social media, across TikTok or Instagram, you will know I'm training for my first triathlon. Lots of movement, but it also means I have to really ensure that I'm looking after my body, looking after my health, looking after my recovery. So let's go through it together. Super short, sharp, straight to the point, 12K steps every single day, 2 runs per week, 2 swims per week, and a bike ride of some sort throughout the week. At the moment, my bike rides are simply just practice rides. So really navigating control of the bike, brakes, gears, clip in, clip out, all the fun things. We're doing a gym session 4 times a week and a daily 2-liter water goal per week. And then of course, I want to start incorporating daily stretching every single night before I go to bed. I actually do this most nights anyway, but really intentionally making sure that it's 7 days a week. There's really no room for me to not be prioritizing recovery at this season of my life. I need to be making sure that my health, my nutrition, everything holistically is catered for and looked after, especially now because I am doing so much more like exercise output, my expenditure, my body's going through the ringer at the moment. We're really conditioning the body to be able to do a triathlon. Now in blue is like personal growth or lifestyle, and this is a weekly money meeting with my husband, Zach. We have decided to level up a little bit in terms of our finances as of May. We went to Japan in February and then we went to Victoria in March, and they were both pretty big holidays in terms of money. We've had our fun, we've had our time away, we've had our time to really reset for the new year. It's now time for us to really knuckle down. So every single Sunday, Zach and I are going to go through, revisit our budget, have a little bit of an audit as to how is our spending this week, how was our budget adherence this week, and then refine for the week ahead. Zach and I have got a handful of financial goals that we are working towards. I'm not going to speak about them just yet because things do change quite significantly in, I guess, both of our businesses. Some months are like incredible in terms of finances, some are a little bit slower. So having a financial goal sometimes when you have a business that's in its growth season or its growth period, it's a little bit hard to like put an end date on it or a set time to achieve this said thing. So I won't talk about them just yet, but just know Zach and I are really knuckling down and like locking in. If you can think of like our finances like a padlock, we're closing the padlock now. We're really locking in for the next year or so. Of course, we're still going to have our fun. Of course, we're still going to eat out and do our thing and buy our coffee every once in a while, provided it fits within budget, which it currently does. But we're just being a little bit more conscious as to where money is going, and we're giving every penny a purpose. One of my favorite like budgeting slash like finance girlies is Ella. I'm gonna leave her Instagram on the screen. I think it's like Smiley Citrus or something is her Instagram handle. She is fantastic. I actually bought the template, the budgeting template that she uses. She is amazing. And then this little guy at the end is a business related habit or ritual that I have to do every single day. And this is just, again, a meta ads sweep where I go into my meta ads, I have a look at how they're performing, I interpret the data, and then I adjust accordingly. This has been on my habit tracker for a couple of months in a row because I'm still really struggling to remember to do it every single day. It's kind of a tedious task, and I hate numbers, I hate data, I hate interpreting anything to do with mathematics. So I do avoid it and I procrastinate it, and often it's not done every single day. Full transparency, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm calling myself out here. But they are my goals for May. You will notice that the 2-liter water goal and the 12K daily steps are actually a repeat. In fact, same with the meta ad sweep, are actually a repeat from April, and that's because at this point in time, time, I'm not doing them every single time I said I want to do them. So they're all actually a daily goal and I'm not doing them every single day. So they actually aren't allowed to come off the habit tracker until they are instilled into my lifestyle by default. So I'm still not actioning those things every single day. I'm getting better, which is the whole part and the process of habit tracking, but they aren't being done every single day by default. So they stay in the habit tracker until they are being done. Next, I have a brand new book for May. So in April, I read the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. This month, I'm reading a brand new book. It's a little bit raw. And to be completely honest with you, I almost didn't pick it up. And the only reason I did was because when I went to go get the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, which I have finished, by the way, incredible book. When I went to initially go buy that book, it actually wasn't in stock at the shop that I went to. However, while I was browsing looking for it, I saw this book, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, and I was like, what the heck is this about? Is this about like becoming like psychic or connecting with the afterlife or something? It honestly just grabbed my attention because of the title. So I picked it up and I read the blurb and I was like, wait, this is actually really, really interesting. Basically, the entire book is about how powerful the brain is, backed by science, quantum physics research, and a lot of case studies. He talks a lot about how the brain has the ability to change our reality, to alter things within our current reality if we can get to a certain level of consciousness. Now, if you are not someone that is overly open-minded or overly spiritual, this is not the book for you. But if you are someone that loves the concept of manifestation, or if you are someone that loves the concept of the power of the brain, but you find it hard to grasp because a lot of the people we follow on social media, a lot of the influencers that, talk about manifestation don't have a lot of reason as to why it works. This book breaks it down to a really, really high level, so much so that I've actually needed to repeat chapters 2 or 3 times to really let the terminology and the concepts sink into my brain. He talks a lot with quantum physics and scientific terminology, which again, if you're not from that background and you haven't really had any experience with those concepts, it can be quite hard to break down and understand. But so far, I am loving it. It is mind-blowing. I actually have the audiobook that I've been listening to. I regret not getting the actual hard copy of the book though. He actually has an appendix that he refers to a lot of his research and a lot of his concepts are based on. And I wish I had the book so I can actually look at them as opposed to just listening and having to find what he's referring to. But so far I am loving it. It's not an easy read. If you're looking for an easy personal development read, this is not the book for you, but it has honestly opened my mind so much more to what we are capable of on a level that a lot of us, myself included, hasn't yet accessed. Crazy. I won't go into it too much because it is a lot, but if that stuff interests you, if you love the concept of being able to alter your reality based on visualization, manifestation, getting on a frequency, this book is for you. So in terms of my May goals, I actually only have one, and that's because the goals that I set in April were actually mostly quarterly goals. My follower goal, my subscribers goal is still the same. So if you want to know a little bit about what I'm working towards in the next quarter, go back to the April reset video. My only goal for May is to socialize and connect a little bit more. So I am someone that loves what I do. I love my job. I love my bubble. I love my home. I love my little family, Dexy, Lacey, and my husband, Zach. And if I could, that would just be what I lived in. That little bubble would be what I lived in, okay? Because I'm so involved in my work, I love what I do, I love my home, blah, blah, blah. I'm really not making an effort with friends to go see them and socialize and get my feminine one-on-one with my girlfriends. So my goal in May, my only goal besides the quarterly goals that I'm actively working towards, is to connect with my girlfriends a little bit more, make the effort to go out and socialize. Social life is something you constantly have to chip away at. It is something you have to nourish if you want it to feel good and be, really consistent and feel really consistent and flowy. It's currently not because I'm not making an effort to go and socialize and connect with my beautiful friends. So that's one thing I'm working towards in May, scheduling in some more girl time, scheduling in some more connection with the people I love outside of my house. Now, the only other thing that I'm doing today to reset for May is some food prepping. There's one thing about me, I actually hate meal prepping. I'll do it when I have to, if I'm time poor, if I know I need to, I've got a busy week coming up, but I actually hate repeating the same meals over and over again. I'm sorry, it's just not how I'm built. I need variety. So what I like to do, and I think I spoke about this in a previous vlog maybe, I like to food prep and ingredient prep. So I will leave a screenshot here. This is the snacks that I want for the week. I'm going to make breakfasts and I'm just gonna prep some vegetables, chop some stuff up, prep the ingredients, prep the food. That's what I don't mind rotating. I just can't eat chicken and broccoli and rice for 5 days straight. It's just not how I'm built, okay? I'm actually going to go downstairs and we're gonna do that together today. And while I'm down there, I'm going to show you the food that the dogs are eating because I have not spoken about this enough on YouTube. So we'll go downstairs, I'll show you what I'm eating this week, what the dogs are eating this week, and that is part of our reset for the week ahead. Before I get into my meal prep for the week, I wanted to quickly speak to you guys about LYKA. I'm so excited because Zach and I have been purchasing LYKA even before we got Lacey. Dexy loves LYKA, and we originally got LYKA because Dex just randomly stopped eating his meals one day and just never went back to eating dry food ever again. If you're a dachshund owner, if you know what dachshunds are like, you will know they're so fussy, they're so stubborn. So when he said he didn't like his meal, he meant it. He did not eat it, he wouldn't touch it, it would get ants in it, it would sit there all day. It was the worst. So we decided, let's try some fresher food, like some better quality food, and Dex fell in love with it. He is obsessed with LYKA. Then we got Lacey and she's even more obsessed with LYKA. And I'm really excited because I'm now working with this beautiful brand. And it's always good when I work with a brand, when I have used them before, I love them, I understand their messaging and their purpose, and I stand by those things. And LYKA is truly one of my most favorite and most organic partnerships to date because we've been paying customers for months and months and months. So I'm gonna show you what the puppies get every single week. Their food options every single week are sometimes better and have more variety than Zach and I. So I've gotten these two out to show you because I'm going to thaw this one for their dinner tonight. And then I'm gonna give Lacey some lunch because it's almost her lunchtime. Yes, I said lunchtime. This is the beef bowl. This is the lamb bowl. There is also chicken that we get. Dexy loves the chicken. Lacey loves the lamb. So beef, lamb, chicken, turkey, and kangaroo. And every single week we get LYKA delivered. All 5 proteins come in the box for both dogs. What I really love about LYKA is that their meal plans are tailored by the dog's breed, their age, their weight, and their activity levels. So we know confidently that Dexy and Lacey are getting exactly what they need in terms of nutrition so that they can stay a really healthy weight, because especially with dashies, we know that when they get too heavy sometimes, that's when they start to have back issues, which we don't want. So let's make up some lunch. Are you ready for lunch? Yay! Okay, you need to sit, you need to stay, eat. She loves LYKA. Now, the only reason that Lacey gets lunch, she gets 3 meals per day, and the only reason that is because she's still growing. Now, Dexy doesn't normally get lunch, but we do give him a few pieces of LYKA around the lunchtime mark so that he doesn't feel left out. So let's go give Dexy his little handful of food. Shake. Good boy. Good boy. You can have a bigger meal for dinner, okay? So basically these dogs eat just as good, if not better, than the humans in this household, and that's the way I feel it should be. If you have dogs of your own, I would recommend giving LYKA a go. I actually have a discount code to share with you guys, which is so exciting. It'll actually get you 40% off your first box. It is for new customers only, just FYI. You can use the code on the screen, but I'll leave a link in the description bar as well. I think your dogs are gonna love it just as much as ours do. The meal plans are totally flexible. Any questions, just comment below or reach out to the LYKA team. I will leave their socials right here. All right, now it's time for the human food prep. Okay, my loves, meal prep is officially complete. I will leave a little picture here. I'm so excited for those breakfast burritos. Oh, the salsa I made out of jalapenos and Kobe mayo. Delish. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, if you have dogs and you would like to try LYKA, you can use the code on the screen or the link in the description bar below. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I will see you in my next video.